Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you are. Came in just a little bit late because I had a lot to do this morning. It is 3:03. We just had our kickoff. Colts took a knee in the end zone. So they will start at the 35-yard line. Definitely got started later than I'd like to, but it's all good. First snap from the line of scrimmage for the Colts. They try a fake runner up the middle, and they're going to throw it to him, but he's only going to get a couple of yards. He's immediately taken down. Al-Shire, big old number 0, takes him down immediately. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Colts. I appreciate you all joining me today, wherever you may be. Let's go Texans. Let's get her done today. This is the team to beat right now. And the shotgun, looking around, throws it in the dirt, just immediately throws it right at the feet. Man, it looked like he gave up a little fast there. It's 3rd and 8. I think he had a little more time. Looks like Jones is already a little gun shy. Preemptively grounding it in the grass instead of dealing with the Texans' pass rush. Can't say I blame him. 3rd and 8. He's in the shotgun. He's got one man in the backfield. There's a snap. Throw over on the left side. Drops it. Wouldn't have been enough anyway. It would have been about 2 yards shy. Bullock was there on defense. But the ball was in his hands, basically. Right there. But you can see right here from this angle, maybe. You couldn't see it there, but he was about 2 yards shy. Even if he had caught it, he would have been pushed out of bounds. Here comes the punt. Good 3 and out. Started off. Let's see if the Texans can get some good field position or a nice run back here. Here comes the punt. It is away. Is Noel back to get it? He gets it about the 18. And gives it a little run back. Got about 12 yards on that run back. Texans are going to start off on their own 32. It's not bad. Appreciate you being here. Higgins, Collins, Stover, Fisher, Brown. Everybody around the man. There's the man. C.J. Stroud back in the game. This is his first snap in several weeks. Let's see how it goes. 1st and 10 with 14:07 left in the first. All zeros right now. 8-3 Colts versus 6-5 Texans. Here's the snap. He hands it off. Right up the middle, but nothing doing there. Woody Marks on the run. Gets stood up and it's whistled dead. It'd be 2nd and 10. It would have been awesome if Stroud had taken a deep bomb on that very first play. That would have been unexpected. That's what I would have called. Made myself a little bit of brown rice this morning. Kind of give myself some good energy and fiber. Still trying to finish it off. Stroud in the shotgun is going to pass. He's got a man. Going to pick up the first down a little bit more. About 13 yards. How about that? First pass from Stroud is a nice short one. About a 5-yard pass to Higgins. Higgins adds another 7 or more on the run. 1st and 10, baby. See if I can get my microphone or my camera a little more adjusted. That's a little better. Colts have a guy down. First and 10 for the Texans on their own 44-yard line. I hope everyone's doing all right today. Take a quick look at the live chat and see if anything. I see Temple Bruce. I saw your comment earlier. Go Texans. Indeed, go Texans. JD, hello to you too. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I'm okay. I've got some big news that happened a few days ago, and I'm really happy about that. Because of the seriousness of my health condition and stuff like that. And the holidays are coming up. You know, Thanksgiving is just behind us. But a few days ago, right before Thanksgiving, I decided to reach out to some people in my family. I haven't talked to them in over 2 years, including my daughter. She's 25. For various reasons, we haven't talked in 2.5 years. There's reasons on both ends, but she really wanted to talk to me. So we connected, and right before Thanksgiving, we talked for about 2.5 hours. She wanted to talk to me again, so the next day we talked for another 2 hours. And then we talked one more time after that. And now she really wants to come see me in Japan. She said she's trying to get her passport expedited as soon as possible because she wants to try to come see me by Christmas or around Christmas time. If that works out, I'll be amazed, but very, very happy about that. So I'm 100% happy to have my daughter back in my life, and hoping that I can continue to get better. But today I have a lot to do. Started having a problem with the engine in my van. It's actually still sitting in the Costco parking garage. But today, after this game, I'm doing a Rockets game, and after that, I'm going to the hospital for an appointment and a checkup with my primary care doctor. And then after that, I have to see to my van. It's a really busy day, and it started at 2 a.m. Thanksgiving weekend game, first and 10. Texans with the ball in the 44. Stroud in the shotgun. Looks like he has Marks in the backfield. He's going to throw it downfield. There's that long throw, but it's going to be way out of bounds. Nobody could possibly catch that one. Man was covered. Second and 10. 13:07 left in the first quarter. Gardner was the guy who went out. He's limping around gingerly. Shotgun. One of the Texans almost fell down into the offensive line there when he was in motion. Handoff out the middle. He picks up like one. Nothing doing on the run so far. Wow, now Gardner's being carried. He was trying to limp on his own and he wasn't able to do it. All right. My rice is finished. 3rd and 9. Ball basically between the 45 and the 44-yard line. Stroud throws it real quick. Nice slant. He's got his man. Collins all the way down to the 29 of the Colts. 1st and 10, baby. Take a look at this. Right in there. Colts didn't even see it. Just in time. Collins pushes forward to tack on some extra yards, but that throw was almost enough by itself to get the first down. It was about an 8-yard throw. 1st and 10 with 11:40 left. One man in the backfield. Here's a handoff. Marks again. He stumbles and falls before he even gets to the line. It's going to be about a half-yard loss. Man, they are doing crap. I don't like the idea of just running Marks up the middle. I'm not a fan of that. I don't know why they're doing that crap. Remember when they first brought Woody Marks? And he's kind of limping a little bit coming off. I don't want them running Marks up the middle. It's not the kind of back he is. I don't mean to make it sound like aggressive or something, but I think that's just stupid having Marks run up the middle. I think that's for Chubb to do. Look at that, another pass, 10 yards. He's going to make more out of it all the way down to the almost the 10-yard line. Hutchinson. Man, look at this. Hutchinson almost lost it. Stroud's throws are right on. The only thing that hasn't been on is the one that he threw out of bounds, but that was on purpose. Not going to knock him for that. Yeah, baby. Moving on up. Texans are looking good right now on the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. 10:15 left in the first quarter. Handoff up the middle. It's Chubb. I think it's about 2, maybe. Biggest run so far today. 2 yards. Biggest run for the Texans, that is. Make sure you guys and gals spread the word about the channel. I could really use the growth on the channel right now. The amount of traffic and income from this channel is down by a tremendous sum. Stroud doesn't have it. He's going to try to run and throw it at the last minute at the feet of Noel. Avoids the sack, but now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Wish Stroud had a little more room right there. I mean, he got out of the pocket, but he immediately had 3 Colts on him. He just barely avoided the sack. He was wise to get rid of it, but too bad he didn't have enough room to at least pick up some yards. 3rd and 8 with 9.5 left from the 10-yard line. In the shotgun. Stroud drops back. Got a little time. No, he just ran out of time. Oh, he just avoided a sack. He's running over to the side. He's got to... No, there's a flag. It might be a flag on defensive pass interference in the end zone or holding. Good job of Stroud there avoiding illegal contact by the defense. How about that? 1st down, right at the goal line. That's nice. That's going to be knocking at the door of the goal line with the Texans. This is what they're showing right over there. Yeah, they just pushed him down, basically. Stroud even saw it. He was pointing at it. 1st and 10, just inside the 5-yard line. Here's a snap. Fakes a handoff to Chubb. Looks around. Goes way out of the end zone. I don't know if he meant to sell that one. Probably did. I don't think he was open. 2nd and goal. And by the way, JD, how are you? Tell me how you're feeling. Great to hear regarding your daughter. Thank you very much. You have no idea. Maybe you could. Maybe you do have an idea of how much that matters. It really has helped me a lot. Rusty says that's such an awesome news to hear. I'm so happy for you and your daughter. Thank you so much. It really has. She's obviously matured a lot, and I'm really happy to see that. Hand off to Chubb right up the middle. He's going to get almost there. Maybe about 1 yard to 1.5 yards from the end zone. Come on now. We got to. You see how close he was right there. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1. But false start. No, illegal formation on the Texans. So that's going to back them up. Great. The good thing is we don't lose the down. It's They're going to back them up 5 yards, but they'll replay the down. It'll be 2nd and about 10. Illegal formation. Landon says Rams beating his Panthers 7-0. Best of luck with that, Landon. Whistle blows and it's called dead. Houston already burns a timeout there. They didn't know what the heck they were doing. I guess I kind of understand, though. I mean, you're right there. You really want a touchdown this early. There's 8:43 left in the first quarter. You were able to get, rather, a 3-and-out against the Colts, and then drive this ball all the way down the field, get right up to the goal line. You don't want to blow it here, right? You want to get it. Waylon says, let's go. That's right. Let's go, Texans. Yeah, this was right before they called the timeout. It was the head coach that called the timeout. Stroud under center. He's got one man in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to the left side, throws it over. He's got a man, and they pick up about 6. It'd be 3rd and 4. 4 yards from the goal line. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Only one man there to stop him. Come on, Texans. Let's go. 12 plays in this drive with this next one. Oh, come on. Looks like an incompletion. Stroud in the shotgun. He's going to throw it right down the middle. It's knocked down. He had a man wide open at the goal line, and it was knocked down by one of the linemen. Come on now. Look how terrible this is. He's got a guy wide open right there, just going to try to threat. See, look at that. Look at that. Knocked down at the freaking line of scrimmage. He was wide open. Schultz was right there. That was 6 points. Now we're going to have to settle for 3. Fairbairn's back in. Kick is up and good. 3-0 Texans. 13 plays on that drive. It really sucks to see the Texans do such a great job on that opening drive and then get shut down at the goal line. But at least we got 3. If they can keep driving the ball down the field like that at least 50% of the time, can you imagine? I think I predicted this game to be 24-20 Texans. I'm one of the only guys that believes that the Texans will win this game. But I just think that it's going to be difficult, too difficult for the Colts to move the ball. I don't think they're going to get more than 2 touchdowns. But I think the Texans are going to wind up getting 3 touchdowns. They've already got their field goal. I put them down for 1 field goal. But I just felt good about them getting 3 touchdowns this game. I don't know why. We'll see. Got about a dozen people viewing right now. I appreciate you being here. I had a nice little boost. I gained about 30 to 40 subscribers from my shorts videos. I posted some shorts of the Texans game last week, and they did really well. I mean, really well. There were 3 particular videos that did really well. One of them has basically over 50,000 views. Another one has over 30,000. But one of them, it's only a 17-second short video. It's now up to about 140,000 views, I think. And for for a short, I've never had any video get that many views, but shorts have the potential to get millions of views. They don't usually get that many views, even for football, unless it's something really, really insane, really scary, or really crazy. Then you can get a million views for it. But it was a pick six video of the Texans getting the pick six. It was called back for a foul off the ball, but it was still a great play, great catch, great pick, great return, and it has done really well. And it's picking up not. It's made me almost $30. $30 is not a lot, but I mean for me, it's really useful. Here's the return off the kickoff. He gets back to about the 27, maybe, and that looks like where the Colts start. Brennan says starting to think that Mills is better in the red zone. I don't think it's about Mills. I think it's about the play calling, because I've noticed that the Texans start changing their play calling when they get into the red zone. It doesn't make any sense. Everything that they're doing works, and then they get to the red zone, and then they just completely change their strategy, and they get shut down. Makes no sense. 1st and 10 is a run right up the middle. 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 for the Colts at the 32-yard line. At their 32-yard line, that is. Oh, he fumbled the snap, grabbed it, lunged forward, picked up about 2 yards. Jones nearly lost that one. 3rd down and 4. Another big opportunity here if the Texans can shut this down. You can see right here, it was just dropped immediately. It was wise of him to grab it and go forward instead of just falling on it. 3rd and 4 with 6.5 left in the first quarter. Texans by 3. He's going to try to throw. He goes down. First sack of the game. How about that? The pocket just collapsed in. He didn't have anywhere to go. When he tried to get out of there, it was too late. Take a look at this. He's like, oh, let me see if I can. Nope. Boom. Gotcha, buddy. I'm telling you, Colts aren't going to be able to do much. Here comes the punt on 4th and 10. Noel is back. Gets it about the 18. He's going to try to run around the right side. He's got a little bit of space. He brings it back by almost 15 yards. Nice. Pretty decent field position, I'd say. I think that's exactly where they started the last drive, 32-yard line. You know that pass that Stroud missed on 3rd down, the one that got batted down that he was trying to get to Schultz. Schultz was wide open. The pass was there, but it got batted down. However, all of the other short passes and the slants that CJ Stroud threw during that drive were complete. He made that pass several times, and then when they needed it for their 6 points, he didn't get it. Let me see if I can roll up a little bit. Get more comfortable. It's a little chilly here today. What's the temperature? I wonder. It's not too bad. It's not nearly as cold right now as it was a couple of days ago. So it's all good. Brendan says Woody is questionable to return. It's kind of well, Brendan. That Derek, I have a couple of things to say about that. One is an opinion on the way he's been used in this game and the way he's been used in recent games. But first, I'll say this: whenever he was going off the field, it was nowhere near as serious looking as the Colt player who went off the field. Right, the Colt player that went off, he was trying his best to walk by himself, but then he couldn't. He had to get help from two of the staff, the Colts staff. Whenever Marks came off the field, he was just barely limping. I mean, it was just barely noticeable. So it's kind of crazy that it escalated like that. But like I said earlier, I'm tired of seeing them run Marks right up the middle. It's stupid. He's not built for that. He's going to get hurt. And if I'm not mistaken, many weeks ago when they first used Marks and he did so well, they were like, we really don't want to be using him like that. We don't really want to be running him like that. We want him to do some other things. And then they turned right around, and guess what they did? Just keep running him up the middle like fools. They did exactly the opposite of what they said they were going to do. Stroud is back. He throws it on the right side. He's got a man open on the side all the way down to the 50-yard line. 18-yard completion to Kirk, but there is a flag. Looks like it's going to be on the Texans. Another illegal formation. That's 2 against the Texans already this game. 5:26 left in the first quarter. Three guys off the line of scrimmage. What the heck are they doing? Do they not know how to play football? I thought this was pro football. They don't know how many guys need to be on the line, how many guys can be off the line of scrimmage. Do they not know that? Stroud is back. He's got a completion on the right side. It's kind of short. Picks up about 6. It'd be 2nd and 9. 5:08. The clock ticks away. Foot injury, Brendan says. Thanks for the update, Brendan. If I don't hear it in the game, then I can't update you guys and gals. I don't have time to look it up. Football and basketball, these things move so quick, It's not like baseball. Sometimes I have time to move things back. It looks like Stroud's going to be sacked here, and he is. Big loss on 2nd down and 9. Now it's 3rd and 18. Well, the Texans' offensive line was doing pretty well up until today. He didn't even have time to get out of there. As soon as he went to take off, he was sacked on the 3rd. His name's Wormley. He was sacked on the 3rd step out of that pocket. 3rd and 18. He's back to throw. He's got a man over on the right side. He's going to try to get to the 1st down marker, but can't. It'll be 4th and 4. 3.5 left in the first quarter. Close, but no cigar, folks. Texans with the ball on their own 38-yard line. They're going to punt it away. This is their first punt. Here it comes. all the way down to about the 18-yard line. And he's bottled up almost immediately. Only gets about 4 or 5 yards. Colts will have the ball at their own 23-yard line. Good coverage there by the Texans. I'm curious to know what the scores are around the league. Let's take a look, shall we? For those of you who are interested in some of the other games that are going on right now. Let's see. Let's take a look and see. Bengals destroyed the Ravens 32-14. Oh, I got one of the games covered up. Hang on just a second. Let me get that fixed. I need to move that just for a second. There we go. The Bears beat the Eagles 24-15. Soka. What happened there? There it is. Okay, it's all good. The Chiefs lost to the Cowboys, it appears. I don't like the Cowboys, but also don't like the Chiefs. Packers beat the Lions 31-24. Rams and Panthers are tied up right now. Landon should be happy about that. Panthers coming back. Cardinals and Buccaneers currently 0-0 in the second quarter. Falcons 0-0 in the first. Dolphins up 7-0 over the Saints in the first quarter. Jaguars over the Titans 7-3 in the second quarter. 49ers over the Browns in the first quarter, 7-0. Let's get back to the game, shall we? First play is a run right up the middle. About 3 yards on that gain. Marks is heading to the locker room right now to get examined. He seems to be walking okay. Too much discomfort. It's going to be a pass play. No, he hands it off and he goes up the middle. Big gain. Too soft on that defensive line right there. That was the thing that the Texans were supposed to be focused on. Jonathan Taylor goes right up the middle. And there's basically no resistance at all. Huge hole. He just goes around everybody. He doesn't get touched for like 10 yards. 1st and 10, Colts with 1:30 left in the first quarter. Jones in the shotgun, hands it off to Taylor on the left side. He picks up about 3. 2nd and 7. Defense looked better there. Ball on the 41-yard line of the Colts. Come on now, let's shut them down. Let's keep shutting them down. Break their spirit. That's what I need this defense to do. Break their spirit and encourage our offense. Jones in the shotgun. He's going to try to throw it. He's got a man in the middle. Right off of him. 3rd down and 7. Petrie on the defense there. Yeah, they say this is a left foot injury. Right there, his foot just kind of briefly got caught under the tackler. So they're going to, it got twisted a little bit, so they're going to take a look at it. 3rd and 7. Less than a minute left in the first quarter. Jones in the shotgun. Taylor in the background in the backfield. He's going to throw it. Oh, he almost got sacked. He got hit right when he threw the ball. Houston claims it was a fumble. They're on top of it. The refs are going to converse. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass. You can see Anderson just pushed straight through. Oh my gosh, like a bulldozer. Hunter was there too, but Anderson went straight through like a freaking bulldozer. Look at that. He literally just pushed through his guy. He had him backpedaling the whole time, all the way into the quarterback. That was freaking awesome. How do you stop that when you got a guy that's not only fast to move around you, but he can just bulldoze you down? Colts are going to be punting now. It's 4th and 7, and here it comes. Texans catch it about the 17-yard line. It's going to be a fair catch by Noel. Noel. Go, the defense is cooking so far. Yeah, they are. That's 3 shutdowns. 3 shutdowns with 1 3 and out. Not bad at all. Not going to complain about that. Chubb right up the middle. Wow. Now that works, but there's a penalty. He got almost 10 yards. Holding on the offense. Are you kidding me? Every time, man. Chubb gets a great run. Finally, we get a great run up the middle. With the guy who should have been doing the running up the middle in the first place, Chubb. And they get called for a holding. Yeah, he grabs him right there. That's why they got the great run up the middle. Can't grab those guys and hold them. Bonehead maneuver. It's going to be 1st and 18. 1st and 18 from the 8-yard line. Long ways to go. Let's get cooking. Stroud fakes the handoff, drops back, rolls out at the right side. He's going to run it. Did he throw it? I think he threw that past the line of scrimmage. He was fully past the line of scrimmage. There's another flag. Yep, I told you, illegal forward pass. Stroud didn't know where he was at. 5-yard penalty. Now they're on the 3 freaking yard. Look how far he was beyond that line. I was wondering I thought for sure he was running the ball. Oh my gosh, now it's 2nd and 22 from the 3-yard line. 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Man, this is the total opposite of their first drive. They're going the wrong way. Come on. Big push forward, guys. Big push forward. Chubb in the backfield with Stroud. Looks like we got an incompletion coming up. No, it's a run up the middle. But there's a flag. This better not be against the Texans again. Chubb got like 2 yards. Another hold on the Texans. They say the penalty is declined. It's 3rd down. So the Colts are not going to take that penalty to back them up another 1.5 yards. they're going to let the play stand. So it'll be 3rd down and 20. Man, how can the Texans look so good moving the ball down the field on the opening possession and it look like total you-know-what? I think it's too early to say that CJ is terrible today. I'll say this, though. The people who are jumping on the Mills bandwagon, they are delusional. Mills is a solidly mediocre quarterback. The way he plays right now is solidly mediocre. Texans aren't going to get to the playoffs with Mills, but without good play calling and Stroud being able to lock in, they won't make the playoffs either. Not this way. I've got my headphones plugged in to the wrong port right now. I'm basically listening to the game through the laptop. Let me plug in my headset. There we go. That's better. That's better. But yeah, it's not fair to say that CJ was terrible, don't you think? That first drive was great. He threw the ball away when he needed to avoid sacks. He made a lot of great short passes, made a couple of good medium-length passes, protected the ball pretty well, looked good. But, you know, it's not his fault that they're moving backwards. He made one mistake. The other ones were holding on his offensive line. There's a run right up the middle. Holy cow, Chubb chugs right up the middle. It's not going to be enough for a first down, but that's a big chunk. Gained 15 yards on that run. Nice run, Chubb. And he didn't need any holding to get it. And it's going to be another punt. Let's see if he can boom one away this time. Put it way down the field. Come on, man. All the way back to the 28-yard line. Taken from there, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, or forced out, rather, at about the 35-yard line. 52-yard kick. Not a bad result. Would have been nice to push it back another 10 yards, but considering he was basically in the end zone. Got about 14 people listening in right now, watching. Thanks for being here. Happy Thanksgiving weekend, everyone. Hope you've had a really good time with your family. You know, Japan actually had a Thanksgiving Day last week. It was a week ago. And, but it's not Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving for labor. So it's like a Labor Day. It's a day to give thanks for the workers. Jonathan Taylor on the left side. Short pass, and he's got tons of room all the way down the side. He had several blockers and was able to get a huge gain. Man, that was highly disappointing. Look at it. Very short pass right at the 30-yard line, and he was just off to the races down the sideline. Huge pickup. On the Texans' 30-yard line. Another handoff to Taylor right up the middle, and he's going to pick up quite a chunk. About 7, maybe 8. 2nd and 2. All the way down to the Texans' 22-yard line. This is where we need our offense to really move the ball. They can't be stagnant. They got to move the freaking ball like they did on the first possession. Another handoff up the middle. He's got that first down and a couple of yards more. Down to the 18, 1st and 10. 12:50 left in the first half. Three to nothing Texans right now, but the Colts are knocking at the door. See if the Texans can hold them to a field goal or even push them back. A sack would be awesome right here for a big loss. 1st and 10. Hands it off up the middle. Jonathan Taylor gets stopped at the line and forced back. The crowd boos as Taylor gets thrown down. Elshire grabs him and pushes him down. Yeah, the crowd was booing. Now they're watching it on the screen and they're booing. 3rd down and 3. Jones under center. He's going to throw it right in the front. Catch is made by Ogletree. I'm sorry, I said 3rd and 3. I'm getting mixed up here because my scoreboard has the most recent data. It's ahead of me a little bit. Forgive me for that. That pass makes it 3rd and 3. I forgot I got to look at the TV screen and give you that info. All right. Jones in the shotgun. He's got a man in the backfield. Hands it off. Up the middle. Taylor. Wow, that was really close. It looked like he got it. But it looks like they're going to mark it short. 4th and half a yard. It really did look like he made it, but the spot kept him short. One of the Texans players are down. One of the Texans players is down, rather. Might be Jalen Reed. .51 left in the second quarter. Colts with the ball at the Texans' 9-yard line. You can see it if you're looking at my video screen. You can see where the ball's at on the field and who has it. Just letting you know that my custom scoreboard has all the primary game info on it. If you want to see where the ball's at on the field and who has it, all you got to do is look on the screen. I got the time, got the quarter, got the down, got the score, all that good stuff. They're going to take an injury timeout. We'll be back in just a moment with that. Anything going on with the NFL scoreboard? Let's take a quick look and see. Panthers and Rams have both scored again. It's 14 tied. 14 up. Panthers keeping pace with the Rams. Touchdown for touchdown. Buccaneers are up 3-0 over the Cardinals. And with 6 minutes left in the second. Jets and Falcons still at 7-0 Jets in the middle of the second quarter. Dolphins now up 10-0 over the Saints with 11:46 left in the second quarter. Jaguars over the Titans 15-3 with 11 minutes left in the second quarter. I guess it's too much to ask the Titans to beat the Jaguars, but they could always come back. Let's keep our fingers crossed. 49ers and Browns still at 7-0. Niners. Later games coming up. Giants versus Patriots. Broncos versus Commanders. Raiders versus Chargers. Bills versus Steelers. And Vikings versus Seahawks. It's interesting how they show CBS commercials on this live stream and then they show Japanese commercials. I think it's very interesting. I guess that keeps me from forgetting English and helps me to improve my Japanese. Half a yard on fourth down. They're going to go for it. One man in the backfield with Jones. It's going to be Jonathan Taylor. They push forward. The ball is dropped. Taylor picked it up, but he's not going to make it. How about that? Wow. Look at this. It just bounced out of there. And they tried to push him forward, but he was already in the backfield. He had 2.5 yards to go at least in order to get that first down. And he got nailed. And the Texans were all over him. Texans ball. That's what you call defense right there. Get on top of it. Shut it down. That's freaking awesome right there. 10-11 left in the second quarter. Texans ball on the 11-yard line. On their own 11. Stroud in the shotgun. Fakes a handoff to Chubb. Looks around. He's got a man way downfield. Overthrows it and it's intercepted. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. A floater on first down. All the way down to the 42. And it's intercepted. And look at that weirdo in the end zone. Everybody's lined up dancing. Come on, they should throw a flag on that. That's so stupid. Everybody's gathered around the end zone dancing. They're still dancing. How do they not throw a flag on that? In college football, they'd have thrown a flag 10 seconds ago. He just lobbed it down the field way too high. Now that was a major boo-boo right there. Big stop by the defense, and then they have to go right back out on the field after one freaking play. From the 42-yard line, Jones drops back. He's going to throw it down the field. He's got a man right in the middle, all the way down to about the 12-yard line. 19-yard pass. You have to wonder sometimes, though, whenever this kind of stuff happens, does it just make the defensive players just be like, man, why bother? Why do we even bother? No, that ball's at the 23. I'm sorry. Taylor up the middle, picks up about 4 or 5. Ball's down to the 19. 2nd down and 6. I hope the defense ate their Wheaties today because it looks like they're going to need every bit of energy they can get. Jones in the shotgun with nobody in the backfield. Here's the snap. He looks around. He's going to throw it all the way to the end zone on the left side. Did he catch it? They say he did. Touchdown. There were 2 defensive players there. How in the world was that even caught? How was it even caught? 6-3 Colts with 8:41 left in the half. Because it was basically a perfect throw. Look at that. 2 Texans there. And the only place that the ball could be caught, that's where it was thrown. Can't say anything except that was a perfect throw and a good catch. Here comes the extra point attempt. Oh, it's no good. Hilarious. Well, there's something good out of this. Nice doink. 6-3, the score remains. Interception on the very first and 10 play after a great stop by the defense. And then a doink later. The Colts are up 6-3. 8 minutes and 41 seconds left in the first half of this game. Texans down. What in the world, man? But here's the bright side. Here's the bright side. The Texans have a chance to start with the ball at least at the 25 or 35-yard line. And I think that's what they need. If they have to start from like the 15 or less, they just can't do it. They really, really need that ball out by the 35-yard line to have a chance to get it close enough for a field goal or that touchdown. Yep, Brendan, you're right. Absolutely. Brendan says it seems like another crazy game as usual. You're right about that. You're right about that, sir. We're on a little commercial break right now. We'll be back in just a moment for the Colts to kick it off to the Texans. Just a little over 8.5. Whoa. My bad. Just a little over 8.5 minutes until halftime. Just as a side note, you guys and gals, I appreciate you keeping me in your prayers. I have a very important hospital appointment today. About 7.5 hours later. After I finish this game, I'm going to jump over to do the Rockets live stream. You're welcome to join me there after this game. Here's the kickoff. Smith brings it back. 20, 25, 30, 35, and a flag is down. That's no good. Please be against the Colts. Please be against the Colts. Please be against the Colts. We need it. From the 35. Oh, it's against the Texans. How many penalties are we going to have today? That's not helping them at all. Probably going to be a 10-yard penalty. Another illegal formation. That's 3 illegal formations by the Texans today. You can't blame that on C.J. Stroud. Did they just suddenly forget? Are they literally just forgetting how to play football? How does the special teams return team and the offensive line suddenly forget what formations are legal and illegal? Hey, look, Woody Marks is back in the game. He's in the backfield. Stroud under center. Don't have him go up the middle, please. And that's exactly what they're going to do, but he cuts it out to the right side. Just still doesn't go anywhere. Gets immediately bottled up. 2nd and 10. Useless. Or as a guy I know often says, useless. Useless. Second and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. Marks in the backfield. He's going to throw it right down the middle. He's got a man wide open. Collins up the middle for about 16 yards. That'll be a first down. Nice. Colts Gardner is out with a calf injury. Swing pass to the right side. He's got it, but it's only going to pick up about 1, maybe 2. The ball's at the 50-yard line. 2nd and 9. Less than 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Texans down by 3, halfway to the end zone. See what we can do. Pitched out to Marks on the left side. Now, that wasn't a huge gain, but that was a much better choice than running it up the middle. He picked up about 4, but there's another penalty. Hey, what do you know? Holding on the defense. Automatic first down and 10 more yards added to the end of the run. That's going to be about a 13 to 14-yard gain. See it right there? Grabbing his shoulder pad. Marks goes right up the middle. Holy cow, big hole. Almost broke it. First down. 16-yard run by Marks. Take a look at this. Gets it on the right side, cuts it back to the left. Nice. Nice slash. It would have been nice if he had gotten by him on the shake and bake, but Cross took him down. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of the Colts. Stroud's going to throw it over on the left side and out of bounds. Hutchinson was over there, but sails over his head again. Second down and 10, 5:54 left in the second. Texans with 2 timeouts, Colts with 3. Second and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. He's going to roll out to the right side. He's got a man. It's complete all the way down to the touchdown. Is that a touchdown? Or they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Collins was all the way into the end zone, but they say that he stepped out of bounds. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, right on the freaking line. Just a few inches out of bounds. Otherwise, that would have been 6 points. Now, this is what I was talking about. They're just moving the ball down the field really well, but when they get backed up, they just start sucking. 1st and goal. Texans. From the 5-yard line. Come on, don't change the plays. Keep with it. Pitch out to the left side to Chubb. He's got a little bit of room. He gets into the end zone. That's a freaking touchdown right there. Darn it. That's what I'm talking about. Toss out. The toss out is working. They finally figured it out. Hey, let's go with what works. It's 9-6 Texans. Now get this extra point, Fairbairn. Here comes the XP. Extra point is good. $20 people watching right now. Thanks for being here. Texans just went up 10-6. Their first touchdown of the game. And unlike the Colts, they are able to kick extra points. So they've got themselves a 4-point lead. That just might come in handy later on. You know, you never know. You never know. Texans on track to get those 24 points I predicted for them. Let's hope they can get there. Let me take a quick look at my poll. How many votes do we have? Just 4 votes in the poll. That's it. Just 4 votes. I know we've only got 20 people, but only 4 votes. That's terrible. There is a poll right now. It says, will the Texans win this game today? You have 3 possible choices, basically. I think for sure. Or I'm unsure. I don't know. Or I'm not feeling it today. We've got 5 votes. I'll leave it up there for a few more minutes. Once I get up to at least half of the viewers voting, I will consider closing it. But I do appreciate you being here today. You know, some of the other channels doing the Texans live play-by-play, they are really huge. They're getting a ton of views, tons of subscribers. I'm not sure exactly what else I have to do in order to get people coming in here. The only thing I know to say is do your best to spread the word, because recently my Rockets live streams and my Texans live streams have been so miserable compared to my Astros live streams. And I've been expecting that to go up over the past few weeks, considering how I've been consistently doing, especially the Rockets. But it's just still lousy. The growth is so slow, just so slow. So I appreciate all of you spreading the word about the Go Dome, because all I've been doing here is pro Houston sports. So far, I've been doing Texans, Rockets, and of course the Astros. I started off as doing just the Astros. Probably most of my regular viewers know that. But it has been a really slow burn, and financially it is really difficult for me to keep the channel going right now. Really difficult. Here's the run back. Boom, he got smacked at the 23-yard line. Wow. Texans just took him out. Good defense there on the kickoff return. You know, in the last 8 games, the Texans' point differential has been in the positives. More than 60 points to the positive in the last 8 games overall. Pretty great stuff. First down for the Colts. Jones under center. He's got Taylor in the backfield. Fake handoff. He's going to throw. He's got a man downfield, and it's caught at the 40-yard line. First and 10 on the 18-yard pass play. Come on, defense. Man, that was a good catch. Man, that guy got way up there to catch that ball. That was not a great pass. That was a great catch. Ball the 40-yard line. He's going to toss it over the right side. Good open field tackle there. Just shy of 5 yards on that gain. It's 2nd and 6. Alshire with a really nice stop there. Less than 4 minutes left in the second. Are the Texans going to be able to shut them down? We'll see. Jones in the shotgun with Taylor in the backfield. Here's the snap. Here's the throw. And he's got another man right down the middle. It's going to be a first down. Pickup of about 17 yards, maybe. 15 yards. Oh, 12 yards. When the camera's moving around so fast, it's hard to see exactly where they're at. But they just moved across the 50-yard line. They are in Texans territory now at the 42-yard line. First and 10. Jones in the shotgun with Taylor in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's going to throw it. Dropped by Taylor. Yep. Good hands there, buddy. 2nd and 10. 2:56 left in the second quarter. Couple more votes. Thanks, Brendan. I appreciate that. I think it will, but we'll see. We'll see. 2nd and 10. Jones from the shotgun. Knocked down. He tried to pass over to the wing, but Hunter knocked it down. Good job, bro. Knocked it down like a lame duck. That's the kind of Hunter he is. 3rd and 10. Great opportunity right here. Here's that knocked down pass. Boom, baby. He had the man over there. Could have picked up a chunk. Man in the backfield. Jones in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Taylor. He gets stopped immediately. Nothing doing there. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's good defense right there. 3rd and 10. They're going to go for it. Can you believe that? It's 4th and 10, and they're going for it at the Texans' 42-yard line. This is against the #1 defense in the NFL. Texans need to punish them right here. 2 minutes left. Jones in the shotgun. Is he going to just try to draw him off? Yeah, they didn't snap it. They just tried to draw him off. Took the delay of game. It'll be 4th and 15. Yeah, they're going to punt it away. They were just trying to draw him off sides to get it manageable for a 4th down attempt. Defense was locked down, didn't go for it, didn't bite. Hopefully they kick it out of the end zone. We can get it at the 35. We really need that. Come on. Crowd warming up on the side. Jair having a little talk with D'Amico. Sanchez is back for the punt. 2-minute warning is upon us, so we're going to have a break before the punt. This would be a great opportunity right here. The Texans are leading by 4. They're going to have the ball with just a little under 2 minutes to go before halftime. If for some reason they're able to get the ball at the 35-yard line and then manage a way to get it close enough for at least a field goal, they could extend their lead to a full 7 points. And that would be just groovy. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that poll. We got 10 votes. I'm going to end the poll right now. The question was, will the Texans win today? In your opinion, will the Texans win? And according to the poll results, 50% of you think for sure, 40% unsure, and only 10% I'm not feeling it. So basically half of all who voted, 5 of 10, think it's definitely a Texans victory. And another good majority of you think, nah, I'm not so sure. I really don't know. Brendan says, I love the faces the quarterbacks make when they're facing our defense. I'd like to have some very close shots, Brendan, of the quarterbacks' faces when they see the defense coming and they're trying to get away and they know they can't. Those are the ones I like the most. Those are the funniest. Let's take another quick look at the scoreboard. Anything interesting happening over there right now? Rams now up over the Panthers, 21-17. The Panthers added a field goal. Rams apparently got another touchdown. Buccaneers up 10-3 over the Cards. Falcons and Jets now tied 7-up. 7-up. Dolphins 13-0 over the Saints, which is fine by me. Fourth quarter, the Packers beating the Lions by 7. Titans still haven't come back. They're losing to the Jaguars 15-3. We got a punt coming up right now. Houston's return man waiting around the 8-yard line. Come on, kick it out of the end zone. Blast it. Here it comes. He gets out of the way, and it's going to bounce into the end zone. Perfect. Exactly what I was aiming for. They're not going to get it at the 35, but the 20 is better than 5-yard line. You know what I'm saying? We've got 1 minute and 51 seconds on the clock for the Texans to do their work. First and 10, Stroud in the shotgun. 1 man in the backfield. Marks, he rolls out. Stroud throws it. He's got a man right down the middle. 10-yard pickup, first down. Schultz grabs it. Nice. 1:40 left. Clock's ticking. Let's go, go, go. Go, go, gadget. Field goal. Ball at the Texans' 31-yard line. And they're having a huddle. They don't seem to be in a hurry at all. Stroud on the shotgun again. He's got Marks in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. He throws it over to Marks. Marks has it. Cuts up the field. He gets tackled with about a 5-yard gain. Clock's still running. He didn't get out of bounds. Less than a minute now. Rolling. The clock's rolling. 2nd and 7. I thought he got 5 yards there. That was a terrible mark. Terrible spot. Stroud is back. He's got a man on the right side. Left side, rather. Nice. 14 yards to Nico Collins. Are they going to call a timeout? Finally, they call a timeout. Texans have the ball at the 45-yard line. Their own 45-yard line. Yeah, the Fairbairn is kind of warming up on the side, but the commentators in the live at the game are spot on. They basically said that the Texans seem to be completely okay with whatever happens, you know. They don't seem to be pushing very hard to definitely get points. They're just content to just casually stroll down the field and see what happens. Stroud in the shotgun. Mark's beside him. He drops back. Pass. Goes really deep all the way down the field. Oh my gosh. Nico Collins misread it. He thought it was short. Did you see that? He thought it was short, so watch him. He stops, and he just stopped too short. That was not Stroud's fault. He had the ball there. Collins just stopped too short. He misread it. That was on Collins. 2nd and 10 with 31 seconds left. Come on, I believe in you, Stroud. You can do it, buddy. He's dropped back the pass, and he's going to have to throw it out of bounds to avoid the sack. "24 seconds left. They're going to call intentional grounding now. That looked like a late penalty there, just pulling him down by his foot. Did you see that? After he'd already thrown the ball, he pulled him down by his foot. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 after the penalty. Come on. He's got a man down the middle. So close. Higgins is just short of the first down. 4th and 2. They did not use the timeout. They're letting the clock go down, and they're going to stop it at 2 seconds. So they're going to let Fairbairn kick a really long field goal, looks like. They are at least 7 yards shy of where they really need to be for Fairbairn to try a field goal, but they're going to try it anyway. Maybe Fairbairn's got the Superman leg today. It's going to be a 65-yard attempt. Come on, bro. Oh, no, they're not going to send him out. Now the Colts are calling a timeout. What in the world are they doing? I want to know what their plan was. What were they actually trying to do? It's like they weren't expecting to move the ball, so they weren't being serious. They totally burned the first minute off the clock with huddles and not doing anything quickly. And then they were like, hey, we're actually at midfield now. We might be able to do something. But then suddenly they're out of time. Now they have 2 seconds. And they're going to try a Hail Mary, looks like, instead of the kick. Stroud is back. He steps up. He's on the run. And he chunks it down the field. It's going to be knocked down. But there's a penalty, looks like. I saw a penalty flag. That wasn't even into the end zone. He had to throw it on the run. 10-6 is the halftime score. Texans up by 4. He asked him about their strategy at the end to get a score, and he said, well, we wanted to get there, we just didn't get there, and wanted to take a shot at the end zone at the end. You wanted to get there? Are you serious? You really wanted to get there? It sure seemed to me like you didn't want to get there. That first minute, they definitely were not trying to get there. I'm sorry, I don't believe you, bro. I don't believe you. We were trying to get there. Even the announcers were like, what is the plan here? You guys have 2 minutes on the clock, 2 timeouts. In the first minute, you don't have a clear game plan. You're calling huddles, and you burn a minute off the clock after the first play, basically. Were they really trying to get to the end zone? I don't think so. It is halftime, guys and gals. I'm going to put up the... Actually, let me play a new song for you. I'm going to hop up right quick and get some hot water. I want to... Well, hang on 1 second. Where did I put that file? I'm going to get some hot water heated up so I can grab myself some tea. Before I do that, I'll put on the scoreboard and some music for everyone. I'll put on my NFL scoreboard. There we go. There's the scoreboard. If you'll notice in the top left, the Texans game is always going to be in the top left and highlighted with red, so it's easy to find. Now let's see. Where's that song at? There it is. I got a song that I made recently called H-Town Vibes. I'll play it for you guys and gals. I think that you might enjoy it if you haven't heard it already. I usually play it at the beginning of the broadcast now, but I got started a little late today, so I was not able to do that. However, I will do that right now for you as I get something to drink, and I'll be right back.
Heat on the chrome, buy you breath in the night. Street lights bending where the city ignites. Concrete shining like it's working late. Purple dust dripping down 288. Third wall murals, west side glide. Every block got a rhythm you feel inside. Slow cook pride in the neighborhood air. If you ain't from here, you can't learn that flair. Freeways twist where the night runs deep. Every exit got a memory we keep. H-Town, where the sky runs wide. Storms hit hard, but we never hide. Bass stays low, but the soul stays loud. Yeah, we came from the mud and we stand real proud. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star Heat waves rising off the loop at noon. Old school rides humming one slow tune. Inner walls painted with dreamers fire. Downtown breathing like a live wire choir. Space city mindset, aim high, don't fold. Old heads talking about the days ago. Sunrise glows on refinery lines. Every struggle here sharpens a spine. H-Town, where the sky runs wide. Storms hit hard, but we never hide. Bass stays low, but the soul stays loud. Yeah, we came from the mud and we stand real proud. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's the Lone Star fate. That's the Lone Star fate. That's the Lone Star fate. gather and roar. The streets hum back in language we adore. Built to lift each other when the waters rise. That's Houston heart. No disguise, static than a spark from the late night DJ. Guitars chugging like a freight on the bay. Sunny side grit, heights at dawn. Every neighborhood thread keeps the legacy strong. H-Town, where the glow runs late, where the hustle hits hard and the people stay great. Wherever I roam, wherever I stray, H-Town pulls me back like a tide in the bay. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's the Lone Star fate. That's the Lone Star fate. That's the Lone Star fate. Even when the night slows down and the engines rest, you can feel the city breathing steady in your chest. By your wind carried through the oaks and stone, whispering where you wander, you're never alone. Headlights fade, but the rhythm remains, rolling through the streets like blood through veins. Every story, every scar, every rise and fall, that's the heartbeat underneath it all. And when the dawn lifts up the edge of the sky, you'll see H-Town shining with another try. No matter how far your footsteps roam, this place calls you back with a voice like home. Guitar still ringing in the humid air, drums like thunder saying we're still here. So let the last note hang, let the night unfold, 'cause Houston's spirit never grows old. That's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star fate.
All right. I came back just in time. Let's see here. We are in the halftime mode right now. Let's take a look and see just what we have on the scoreboard right now. I thank you all for being here right now. Got about 16 people hanging in there. How many likes do we have on the live stream? Let me check that out. Got about 20. That's good. Thanks. I appreciate it. Now we have 18 people watching. Right now at halftime in the Texans game, it's 10-6. Texans had a really great opening drive. Got all the way to the goal line, then got backed up a little bit. Part of that was penalties. They had to settle for a field goal. The Colts were shut down on the first couple of drives. First one was 3 and out. I think their first 3 drives, actually. And then 2 punts after that. No, I'm sorry. My bad. Second drive was a punt. Third drive, they managed to get it down the field. On fourth down, they were trying to go for it just a few yards away from the end zone and about 1.5 yards shy of the first down marker. The Colts fumbled the ball on the snap. It looked like whenever it was snapped, it hit the thigh of the center, fell on the ground. Jonathan Taylor picked it up and tried to lunge forward, but by the time he got it, 2 Texans were already there to greet him with a nice warm hug. Took him down to the ground for a loss of about 1.5 yards. And so the Texans got the ball right back inside the 5-yard line. Terrible field position, but it sure beats giving up points, right? Well, hold that thought. What happened after that was nonsense. On first down, Stroud went down the field to about the 30-yard line, threw an interception on the very first play. Colts were able to get it into the end zone pretty easily after that, put 6 points on the board. Their kicker went straight off the left field goal post. And so that's why they got 6 points. Couldn't get that extra point. Texans, every time the Texans got the ball today in the first half, I would say the 20, anywhere inside their own 20-yard line, they just couldn't do anything with it. They couldn't move the ball very well. And when they had the ball outside of the 20-yard line, like the 25, 30, 35-yard line, they were actually doing pretty well moving it down the field. Stalled a couple of times, getting it into the end zone. But they had another good drive. And that next drive, they got the fire in them. They got it into the end zone and got that extra point, and that put them up 10-6. And that's the tale of the tape so far. The Texans, a little bit bipolar, struggling a little bit on offense, and on defense, mostly stellar. I didn't feel that the Colts were going to be able to get more than 2 touchdowns against the Texans today. I thought that they would get 2 touchdowns and a couple of field goals. I didn't foresee them missing an extra point, but my prediction was that the Texans could score 24 points today. I thought that they could get 3 touchdowns. Now, by rights, they should already have 2. It should be 14-6 right now. But I predicted they would have 3 touchdowns and a field goal. 24 points. And they can still do that. They just need 2 more touchdowns in the second half, and they'll have their 24 points. But I'd be more than happy if the Texans' defense could limit the Colts to 10 points or less in the second half. But in order for the Texans to win, they're going to have to get at least 1 touchdown, if not 2. But we'll see how it goes. Let's take a look at the other scores right quick. If you'll notice on the screen right now, if you've got your phone or your tablet or your PC with you, 1 second. I might need to cough a little bit harder, get it out of my system. Oops. We got the kickoff coming already, man. That was fast. Let me jump over to that right quick. Texans are bringing it back, and looks like they're going to get it right out to about the 26-yard line. I thought he was going to be able to get to the 30, but Noah stumbled, tried to go backwards a little bit, cut it around to the wing, and he got taken out at the 26. That's where the Texans will start. We'll come back and look at the scoreboard in just a moment whenever we get a break. Let's focus on the start of the third quarter right now. Texans have the ball. And that's my primary concern right now. You know what I'm saying? All right. First play from scrimmage is a handoff up the middle of Marks, and nothing doing again. No gain. Have they learned nothing? Hey, let's go right back to what doesn't really work. And let's try to injure Marks again. Let's just run him up the middle. I wouldn't say that the Colts defense is bad, but they're not good either. It doesn't take much of a defense to stop the Texans right now. Stroud on the shotgun. He's going to throw it down the middle. He's got Schultz. Picks up about 8, maybe 9. Wow, that was almost a first down. A little bit of a Mini bulldozer push after that catch. 3rd down and 1. Good guy. Good job, guys. The Stroud-Schultz connection. Schultz-Stroud. CJ Schultz. Gonna be a push right up the middle. CJ Stroud on the keeper. Looks like he's got it. Yeah. I got 2 yards. Needed 1. That's what I like to see. They finally start doing the CJ Stroud quarterback push. Something that we've been screaming for weeks, right? With 1 yard to go, why aren't they just going Stroud up the middle? They finally do it and it works. What do you know? Well, wonders never cease. First down. A little bit of a fumble on the snap, handed off to Chubb, and they get about a yard. 2nd and 9. 13 left. Yeah, you can see here he lost the ball a little bit, but he was able to grab it. Could have been a lot worse. Twelve and a half left in the 3rd. Stroud in the shotgun. He's going to throw it. He's back. Got a man. Schultz on the right side. He's about 3 or 3.5 yards shy. 3rd and 4. Come on, guys. You don't need really long passes, you know. Mills was having his great success between 4 and 7 yard passes. I think Stroud can do the same thing, but he definitely doesn't need to be sailing it down the field when he's got his man covered. Mark's in the backfield, man in motion. Stroud is in the shotgun. He's going to throw it. Come on, he has to run out of there. He throws it. Oh my gosh, it's caught by Schultz on the sliding grab, and that's a 1st down. That's about a 9-yard gain. Whew. I was getting a little hairy there. Man, look at that. Look how close that was. Schultz able to slide in there and grab that. Hilarious. 1st down. Handoff. Marks on the left side gets about 9 yards. That's much better. I like Marks slanting to the left, slanting to the right, going out to the wings. Maybe a toss out to the side. I like those things for Marks. I don't like Marks just going right at the middle. 2nd and 2. Ball is now on the Colts 39-yard line. Another handoff up the middle. Marks gets shut down right at the line of scrimmage. See, I told you I don't like Marks just going up the middle. They're going to injure him again. Take a look at this from behind. There's nothing there. They're going to get him injured, man. Stop doing that play, dude. Stop calling the same freaking play. It just doesn't work. It works better with Chubb. 3rd and 3. They actually lost a little bit on that. Come on, guys. You got to get this 1st down. Let's move it. Move it, move it. Let's move it, move it. Stroud drops back. Here's the throw. He's got a man wide open and a big hit. That's Schultz? No, that's Hutchinson. He got hit hard. I'm glad to see him pop up after that, because he got hit hard, hard, hard. Take a look at this pop. Good throw, but look at that hit. I don't know how he immediately got up. Boom. That was a very dangerous looking hit. 1st down. Ball at the Colts 25-yard line. 1st and 10, less than 9 minutes to play in the third. Roll out to the right side. He's being chased. Stroud throws it. He's got a man. Holy freaking cow. 1st down throw on the run. Stover on the right side. This is what I'm talking about. 1,000 cuts, man. 1,000 cuts. Perfect throw. First and 10 again. With 8.5 left. Ball on the Colts 14-yard line. Come on, guys. This is what I'm talking about. One man in the backfield. It's Chubb. Hands it off. Chubb goes up the middle. Doesn't have anything. It's going to be 2nd and 10. I still don't like the runs up the middle. I'm sorry. I just don't. They're not doing anything this game. I think they've had one good run by Chubb that went up the middle, and a 4 or 5 yard gain by Marks up the middle, and the rest of the time they've just been stopped at the line or they lost yards. Come on, here we go. Stroud in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Stroud got plenty of time, throws it in the end zone, throws it out of the back of the end zone. He just threw it away. 3rd down and 10. Come on, can't be kicking the field goal, man. We need the touchdown. Seems like the Colts don't have a bad... I read that earlier. Sorry, I thought there was a new comment there, Brendan. He had a man open right there. If he'd have just seen him right in the front of the end zone. But he just threw it out of the back of the end zone. Pressure was too high. 7.5 left in the third. 3rd and 10. In the shotgun, Stroud drops back. Tries to roll out, and he gets sacked. He ran backwards, but instead of getting out of trouble, he put himself right into the hands of a Colt defender. Big loss. That was a 12-yard loss. 4th and 22. Are you kidding me? You can't do that. You got to go forward. You got to go. He could have gone to the left. Why didn't he go to the left? He runs backwards right into the guy. Can't go forward. Can't go backwards. Should have gone to the left. Fairbairn's going to have a long field goal. This is a 43-yarder, but right up the middle. He kicks it up, and it's good. Thank God. Love you, Fairbairn. I appreciate you, Fairbairn. 13-6. Seven-point lead. Texans ahead by a touchdown right now. That might be the end of my 24-point Texans score. 24 points is not out, but it's going to be a little difficult for them to get it now unless some strange crap happens, but it just might. Brendan, I'm not dual casting the Rockets game and the Texans game because I'm just unable to do that right now. The internet connection here at the apartment, I don't know if it's the router. I don't think it's the router because even when I hardwire the computer, it seems that I have some problems with the internet connection. And I don't know how to contact the internet company here to take a look at it, but I feel like they probably won't be able to do anything because this is an apartment building. And the speeds and the connection and the quality of the connection are kind of limited based on the wiring that's in this apartment building. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything about it. But when I do hook up the internet to the Wi-Fi and I use a router, at least this router that's here right now, it really sucks. And I lose my connection. So I can't run my second computer to do the the live stream at the same time. However, I do have the Rockets scoreboard. As you can see here, I do have the Rockets scoreboard ready to go. So I will be able to switch over and check the game out and keep up on it until this game is over, the Texans game is over, and then I can switch over to the Rockets game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this game is definitely more important than the Rockets game today. That's for sure. I agree with that. This game is a big game, very important. So I'm going to focus on this game. I mean, even if the Rockets are up by like 28 points, I still want to finish the game. Here's the kickoff. He runs over to the right side, and he's taken down. Nice tackles. He tried to get away. He couldn't. Colts are going to have it at the 20-yard line. That was nice coverage by the Texans. They are showing that pass rush. Of Anderson and Hunter. All right, 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Taylor doesn't go anywhere. He might have gotten hit behind the line for a yard loss. 2nd and 11. Yep, they lost a yard. Good job there. These guys right here are evil. As Nacho Libre would say, they're the best. Fake handoff. A pass down the middle. Almost dangerously intercepted there. Bullock was there on defense. It got knocked away up into the air. Luckily for the Colts, it was not caught. You can see right here on the replay. Just behind his guy. No, it wasn't behind him. He got spun around. That's what it was. 3rd and 11. Jones in the shotgun, trying to draw the Texans off of those calls. Finally snaps it. He's looking down the field, throws it. He throws it to his man, but I think he throws it way too far. It's out of bounds. The officials are saying that he caught it in bounds. Oh, he drug his feet. He makes the catch. First down on a 3rd and long. Another pass right up the middle. They pick up another 6 yards. It's 2nd and 4. Look at this BS. On 3rd down and 11, they give up this. Ball on the Texans' 45-yard line. Come on now, you got to shut this down. We can't be allowing this. You cannot convert that. That's the first one they've gotten today. The first 3rd down they've converted. And they get it on 3rd and 11 like that. 2nd and 9? Oh, he's hit as he throws the ball, and the ball doesn't get to the receiver. Jones not able to get it off in time. Lassiter and Horton got to him before he could get the ball away. Look at this. Boom. Looked like his own guy got pushed into him. Look at that. A little bit. Come on now. Another 3rd down. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. 4:50 left in the 3rd. Jones in the shotgun, one man in the backfield. Come on, guys. Shut this down. Pass rush. He's got a man on the right side, and he's got the first down and a couple yards more. Oh, God. Another third down converted. They haven't converted any third downs the whole game, and now 2 in a row. Yeah, Brendan, same here. Katie back today, not worried at all. Yep, I agree with you. 1st and 10 from the Texans 35. Come on, Texans. There's one thing that we need today more than anything. That is your defense. Handoff up the middle. Immediately shut down. Taylor gets maybe 1. 2nd and 9. "21 people watching. Thanks for being here. Make sure you put a like on the live stream. Share it with your buddies if you can. Send it to your enemies. Send it to your frenemies. Send it to your family. Send it to your in-laws. Send it to your mother-in-law. She deserves it. Shotgun over on the right side. Miscommunication there. Jonathan Taylor was going down the sideline, but it was thrown well behind him. Quarterback and running back had 2 different ideas on that play. 3rd down and 9, another opportunity here. This is the third down and long for the Colts this drive. Texans got to shut them down here. The odds are in their favor. Jones in the shotgun. He's got a man in motion. Taylor in the backfield. He drops back. Throws it over on the left side. And it's another converted 3rd down on a long pass down the left side. But guess what? That's a hold. Looks like a holding against the Colts. Thank goodness. Yep, that's what it is. 10-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd and 19. Whew. Saved by the hold. Right over on the left side, he grabs the guy. Tackles him down to the ground, basically. Will Anderson was on the left side, and he couldn't stop him, so as he was falling down while he was getting pushed back, he just pulled Anderson down with him. That backs him up. About the Texans' 44-yard line. Now they've got 19 yards to go. Come on, if you can't stop him here, you can't stop him at all. Come on. 3 minutes left in the 3rd. From the shotgun, Jones drops back. He's going way down the field. A big lob. And oh my gosh. 2 penalty flags are thrown. Bullock was there on coverage. Both men fell down. Automatic 1st down against Bullock. Pass interference. Total trash defense right now. Basically grabbing him by the arm and pulling him. 1st down from the 12-yard line. And then touchdown on the very next play. My God, Texans. Now the defense looks like the offense. They gave up 3rd down and long 3 times, and one of those was 19 yards. 3rd and 19, and they gave it up, and the very next play, touchdown. An extra point away from tying up the game. Wide open in the end zone. Can he actually make the extra point this time? He does. The game is tied, 13 up. Look at this. that was one of their 3rd and longs. They had another 3rd and long, then a 3rd and 19, and then right after that, easy catch in the end zone. How can the defense be so great and then on 3rd down 3 times in a row look like total trash? I don't get it. Somebody explain that to me. I would really like to hear it. I'd really like to hear it. Let's forget this for a moment. Let's go to the scoreboard and see what we got. Packers beat the Lions 31-24. Panthers. Is that what I think it is? Are they up over the Rams? Let me go check it out. Yeah. At the end of the 3rd quarter, the Panthers are over the Rams 24-21. They came back in that game. They kept scoring. They were matching the Rams, and they finally took the lead. Buccaneers up over the Cardinals 17-10 in the 3rd quarter with just a little bit left. Jets and Falcons tied at 14 with 4 left in the 3rd. Dolphins up over the Saints 16-8 with 6 minutes left in the 3rd. Titans still down to the Jags 18-3 with 8 minutes left in the 3rd. 49ers over the Browns 17-8 with a minute and a half left in the 3rd. That's where we stand on the scoreboard right now. Texans and the Colts are now tied 13-13. I tell you what, the Texans can't win if the defense isn't shutting down the Colts. We are tied at 13 with 2 minutes and 51 seconds left to play. Man, the Colts moved 79 yards in less than 4 minutes. Here's the kickoff, taken about the 8-yard line by Noel. Goes right up the middle. Pretty decent, almost to the 35-yard line. And that's where the Rockets. I'm looking at the Rockets here on the screen. That's where the Texans will start at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, 2.5 before the 4th quarter. Let's see what they can do here. Texans need touchdowns. Stroud under center. Chubb in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Looks around. He throws it. Got a man on the sideline all the way down to the 45-yard line of the Colts. Look at that. Perfectly thrown to Higgins on 1st down. That's nice. 1st and 10. And he got rid of that ball just in time, too. Higgins and Kirk on the left side. Chubb in the backfield. It goes right up the middle. He bangs into a couple of guys. Picks up about 4. 42-yard line of the Colts. 2nd and 6. .2:15. No, I'm sorry. 1:44 now. Looking at the wrong clock. Left in the 3rd. 2nd and 6. Fake handoff up the middle. He doesn't have much room. He's going to have to throw it at the feet of one of his receivers, Higgins. Stroud was getting chased. in the backfield. As soon as he turns around, he's got a guy right on him. He just throws it at Higgins' feet. Third and 6. Come on, guys. If the Colts can get several third downs, you can definitely get a 3rd and 6. Come on, you can do it. A minute and a half to go in the third. Stroud in the shotgun. He drops back, looks down the field. He's got a man in the middle. It's on target, and a flag is down. Higgins gets a first down, but it looks like there might be a holding penalty. Nice. Holding on the Colts, but they will decline it and take that first down throw. Texans have it about the 31-yard line of the Colts. Telling you, man, that's all you need to keep doing is that stuff right there. Those little slants. Those wing runs. Slant passes. Short range passes. That's all you need to do. One man in the backfield. Stroud under center. Hands it off. Chubb up the middle. Chugs for 6 yards. Chubb chugs. 2nd and 4. Ball at the 24-yard line of the Colts. This is one of those drives where they can't stall. Got to keep chugging. All the way into the end zone, baby. Brendan says every game this year is a very close game. Yeah, a bunch of freaking stressful nail biters, huh? Mark's in the backfield. Backfield is a toss out to the right side. He comes up just shy, looks like, of the first down. Or did he get it? They're going to give it to him. He did get to it. And he comes up limping on his leg. See, that's the kind of run, though, that Marks needs to be doing, is toss-outs and those where he has some room to run. But he's still kind of limping on his leg there. Grabbing his foot. That's the end of the third. They're going to take a break. It's 1st and 10. Texans with the ball on the Colts 20-yard line. Take a look at the Rockets game, see if that's going. Is it going right now? Has it started? Not yet. I thought it was supposed to start at 5. Oh, yes, it does start at 5, but that's the pre-game stuff. They don't actually have the tip-off at 5. That's right. That's right. My bad. Take another quick look at the NFL scoreboard and see what's going on. Anything significant changed? Jaguars now up over the Titans 25-3. That's not useful. Titans are useless. 49ers up 17-8 over the Browns. Rams with the ball, but they're down by 3 to the Panthers, 24-21. Jets and Falcons still tied. Speaking of being tied, we're tied here in Indianapolis. 13-13. Just about to kick off the 4th quarter. Texans have the ball on the Colts 20-yard line, 1st and 10. I appreciate you all joining me today. Let's see how many likes we have on the live stream. I appreciate all of those likes. We got 22, 21 people following along at the moment. I appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. The more lights, the more it will warm me up. I'm not running my heater this morning. It's about 10 C, 10 Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? 50 degrees. It's 50 right now. I don't know what the temperature is inside the house. It's not quite as cold inside the house, I think, as it is outside the house. False start right off the bat. I think it was called on Schultz. Yep, it was Dalton Schultz. So as soon as they come back, on first down, 1st and 10 from the Colts 20, before they can even run a play, false start. Now it's 1st and 15. Stroud's in the shotgun. He throws it over the left side, knocked down, almost intercepted. 2nd and 15. It's interesting because as soon as Stroud threw that ball, he started running because he thought he was going to have an interception, a pick six to stop on his hands. Got to be more careful than that, bro. 2nd and 15. That took a whopping 3 seconds off the clock. Stroud in the shotgun. He drops back. Looking down the field, he's going to go deep into the end zone. Incomplete. Double coverage. Don't know what he was going for there. Collins was there, but almost 10 feet from the ball. There was literally nothing going on there. Was he just throwing it away? I can't tell if Stroud's throwing it away or if he thought that something was going to happen and it didn't. I mean, they're grabbing on him and stuff, but 3rd and 15. Come on, guys. Okay, don't take a sack. Don't throw an interception. Just get some positive yardage. Woody Marks in the backfield with Stroud. He drops back. He's going to throw it. His man goes down, and it's going to be an interference call. His target was Schultz. No, Hutchinson, I'm sorry. Yep, pass interference, baby. Colts are really upset about that. Look at him yelling at the ref. Texans could have had a delay of game right there. They snapped it after the clock hit 0. And then they got lucky with the pass interference call. Double lucky. 1st and 10 from about the 17. They're going to hand it off. Woody Marks on the right side. He picks up 8 yards. The Colts are still booing right now. Still booing. And that was also a questionable call there, but man, the crowd is still booing. Look at them. They're yelling. They're throwing stuff. They're screaming. They're very emotional right now. 1st and goal. It's going to be after that run. Marks lunges forward. I think they're going to give him the 1st down. Or no. No, they change it. 3rd and 1. Came up short. Marks comes off the field. They're going to do a push again, looks like. It works. 1st down. Crowd's still booing. They will not stop booing. First and goal from the 7-yard line. Stroud in the shotgun. He's got Marks beside him to his left. Hands it off. No, he goes the opposite way. Collins on the left side. He gets all the way to the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. Smart play. Smart play. Smart play. Fake handoff to Marks right here. Then he gives it to Collins all the way across. Got the blockers and sneaks right in the end zone. Pushes his own guy out of the way right at the end. (19-13) Texans. Extra point. Looks like it's going to be good. Here comes Fairbairn's kick. Woo! Wow, that looked like a miss. That didn't look good at all. They're going to replay that? The commentators thought that he missed that kick, but they said it was good. So here's the kick. Right over the top of the bar, and they call it good. So the Texans, man, nothing but luck and luck and luck on that drive. Holy crizap. 20-13 Texans. Susan says, good job, Texans. Yeah, good job, Texans, and thank you for the luck. Wherever it's coming from. Wherever that luck's coming from. Thank you very, very much. Now, let's take a look at the Rockets game real quick. The Rockets are playing. Now, hey, that's good timing. Durant just dunked the ball. How about that? Rockets up 15-12 over the Jazz. Seven and a half minutes to go in the first quarter. Durant back in the game for the Rockets. Really happy to see him there. Thompson, Şengün, Shepard, and Smith, the starting five right now. Jabari Smith with 4 points. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like Durant has himself some points. Might have 7 points already. Durant getting straight down to business. I think I'm going to try to pull this game up. I need to pull this game up so I can see what's going on. I will be switching over to the Rockets game as soon as the Texans game's over, so I hope you can join me for that. Rockets versus Jazz. Rockets broadcast. No, I don't want to watch the Jazz broadcast. I want the Rockets broadcast. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay. 17-12 Rockets right now. Let me get back to the Texans game here. Here's the kickoff. Colts are going to kneel it in the end zone. They'll have it at the 35-yard line. Yeah, they're showing that kick again by Fairbairn. Look at this. Barely. right over the bar, right over the top of that post. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. The Colts are going to get started with this drive with 12 and a half minutes left in the fourth quarter. Hand off to Taylor right at the middle. He gets about 1 or 2 yards. I'm going to have to turn the volume down on the Rockets game. It's interfering with my volume from the Texans game. Second and 8. Jones in the shotgun. He drops back. He's going to throw it way down the field, very deep, just over the hands of his receiver. Lassiter was there. Oh my gosh. Roughing the passer on the Texans. Could have been 3rd and 8, but now it's 1st and 10. What in the world are you guys doing? The crowd was wanting a pass interference call, but what they got was roughing the quarterback on settle. Ball at the 48-yard line. I'm sorry, 52-yard line of the Texans. 48-yard line of the Texans, that's right. What am I doing? 52-yard line. Fake handoff. Here comes the throw from Jones. He catches it, but he's popped immediately. Pick up about 6 yards on that play. 2nd and 6. Ball at the Texans' 42-yard line. I see Okogie's in the game now for the Rockets. Jones in the shotgun. 2nd and 4. He hands it off to Jonathan Taylor, who cuts a couple of times, picks up a few yards just shy of the first. It would be like the Texans to stop this right now. It's 3rd and less than 1, right? You would think that the Colts would be able to get this and not get 3rd down and 19. But watch them miss it right here and then go for it and then miss it again. Texans stopped them twice in a row. That would be the tell of the tape right there. Can't stop them on 3rd and long, but in 3rd and short, 4th and short, no problem. Handoff to the right side. He's going to easily have it. Jonathan Taylor picks up about 10 yards on that rush. 1st down and a lot extra. Looks like Al-Shaair is down. He doesn't look like he's having a good time right now. And we're going to take a break, commercial break, while we're waiting for that to come back. Injury timeout. Let's take a look at the Rockets game in the meantime. Rockets up 20-12 right now. I'll give you the play-by-play while we're on commercial break with the Texans. The Jazz taking the ball in. Collier has it. 14 on the shot clock. Immediately when he gets the ball in, they step on the out-of-bounds line. Turnover, Rockets ball. 4:45 left in the first quarter. Rockets up by 8. Adams now also in the game for the Rockets. Rockets wearing black today. Looking pretty cool. Shepard with the ball at the top of the key. Goes over to the right side. Doesn't have anything. Goes inside. Loses the ball. Turnover. Jazz on a fast break, 3-on-1. Katie gets back, steals the ball in the pass. Nice job. But they call a foul. It looks like they're going to call a loose ball foul on the Jazz against, who's that? Didn't see it. But it's a foul against him reaching in on Durant when Durant tried to bring it back down. It was on George for the Jazz. 4:29 left in the first quarter. Rockets need 10 more points to get that to that minimal 30-point threshold that I set for them every game. Shepard with the ball at the top. Over to Holiday. Holiday looking for a way to get inside. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to get it to Durant. Finally does on the left side. Durant all the way over into the corner. Back to Shepard. Back to Holiday for three. Rattles it off. Adams almost had the rebound. Loses it. Jazz bring it down. 4 minutes to go. Jazz all the way down to the other end. They let him go all the way inside. Luckily, he misses the layup. Shepard has it. He's pushing it down the court. Dribbles around, doesn't have anywhere to go. Goes over to Holiday. Back to Shepard. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Shepard goes around a couple of guys. Tries to get the jump shot. Doesn't have it. Goes to Adams. It's knocked out of bounds by the Jazz. And we're going to go back to the Texans game. First and 10. Texans have been backed up to their own 27-yard line. It's going to be a run right up the middle for Taylor. He breaks free for almost 8 yards. Tumbles forward. It looked like they were going to bring him down after just a few yards, but he pushed forward. 2nd and 2 from the Texans' 19-yard line. Man, this has become suddenly it looks like an offensive game. More about score. That's what it's looking like in the second half. 9:33 left in the third. Taylor in the backfield. They hand it off. He is stopped in the backfield for a loss of about 5 or 6. Beautiful. Will Anderson Jr. just getting back there and taking him down. 3rd and 7. Beautiful. He tried to go outside after he didn't have anything up the middle. Big mistake. 2 guys are right on top of him. 3rd down and 7. Jones back in the shotgun. He's got Taylor beside him. Couple of fake snaps, and now here is the snap. He drops back. He's got a man in the middle. Dropped. Incomplete. 4th and 7. Colts ought to be kicking it right here. There's 9 minutes left, basically. Right in the hands, but it's broken up with one hand. And they are lining up for the field goal. 4th and 7. 42-yard attempt. How about we pull it? This is good field position for the Texans. It's good. 20-16. Houston by 4. And we have a break coming up. Little halftime break. Let's check out the Rockets here. Let's check out the Rockets. Rockets up right now 23-14. They got themselves a 9-point lead with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter. For those of you interested in the Rockets, I do hope you can join me after the Texans game for the Rockets live stream. Make sure you like the live stream. Leave some comments. Share with your friends. Share in your Facebook page, Instagram page. Go out with a chisel and a hammer and Mark it on the trees in Houston or wherever you are. Let them know about the channel. Toss me some coin if you can. The memberships and donations are the biggest ways that you can help me to support the channel, or that you can help support the channel and keep it going. I really appreciate that. And just for your information, although I do accept super chats, I much prefer the PayPal donations. So I get basically 97% of what you send rather than just 70%. Brendan says, finally Reed in the starting lineup with KD back. Yeah, it's going to be nice to see. Nice to see. I can't wait to switch over to the game. It looks like they're starting off all right so far. Let's see if they can get to 30 points. They need a few more buckets, or a couple more. Maybe a 3-pointer and a 2-point shot will be enough to get them to 30. Thompson bringing it in. Hands it off to Adams. Back to Thompson. Thompson goes in the lane, but dribbles it out. Looking for a shot. 7 seconds on the shot clock. 5. Shingun has it. Goes in the baseline. Lays it up and in. Nice. 25-14 with 1:50 left. Back to the Texans. Here's the kickoff. Colts take it about the 2-yard line. He's going to run it back. Oh, the Colts kick it off, rather. Texans bring it back. Noel is the one who brings it back. That was not a bad return at all. About a 28-yard return to the 30. I'll take it. 8:40 left in the fourth quarter. Texans up by 4. All we need is a touchdown right here. The Texans to score a touchdown. And then to play some solid defense. We can get this game. 1st and 10. Stroud under center. One man in the backfield. Looks like Chubb. Fake handoff. He's going to go down the field. Long throw all the way to the 50-yard line. He's got his man, Nico Collins, and he pushes forward for another 9 yards. Holy freaking cow. On 1st down, a big gain. 29 yards down the field and into Colts territory on the very first play. Nico Collins not only with a good catch there, but also turning it into more. It's at the 42-yard line of the Colts. 1st and 10, baby. Now we're cooking with kerosene. Handoff right up the middle. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard for Chubb. We didn't get the Chubb chug. 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line. Rockets are really scrapping right now. They drop another one in, a 3-pointer. By Holiday, it's 30-16. They got their 30 points, just like I was wanting. They got their 30 first quarter points. Good job, Rockets. Stroud drops back. He's got a man wide open. 1st down and more. It's about a 16-yard gain. Is that Collins? No, that's Higgins. Man. When the Texans are playing like this, they look so pro. They make it look so easy. And then they just, there are those times where they just start making everything difficult for themselves, you know? It is 1st and 10 at the Colts 26-yard line. Come on, guys. Stroud under center, one man in the backfield. Come on, Houston. Handoff, Marks. He's got a hole all the way down to the 1st down marker. They're going to mark him very, very close. Nice run by Marks. At least 9 yards, almost 10. Big hole on the left side. ran into his own guy before any Colts touched him. 2nd and less than 1. Let's do the push again. Come on, just do the push. Gonna do the push? No, looks like they got a man in the backfield. Probably gonna be Marks. Yeah, it is. He runs up the middle and he gets stopped in the backfield. He stumbles forward. But they're gonna spot him at the line of scrimmage. All they had to do was the push, and they didn't do it that time. See? They've been doing it the whole game, and it's working, and then they decide not to do it, and he gets stopped. Nonsense. It's like they forget what works. Oh, it works. Great. Let's do it again. Oh, it worked again. Great. 3rd time. Oh, let's try something different. And now they've got the push. Now they decide to do the push. It looks like they're going to mark it for a 1st down. So the official on the left side says it's like a 1st down, and one on the right side it says it's short. Now they've moved it back and said 4th down. They're going to try the push again. We're going to go for it. 4th and inches. I don't think they're going to get it. Should have done it the 1st time. Nope. Texans don't get the 1st down. This is what you get for calling the wrong play on 2nd down, guys. 2nd and 1, and you call the wrong play, and then you don't get it on 3rd and 4th down, and then you lose control of the ball. They're still arguing about it. Announcer said they're in a point off. The Colts are saying it's theirs. The Texans are saying it's theirs. They're going to do a virtual measurement now. Refs timeout. So where they've marked the ball is not even close to the 1st down marker. Texans are going to lose it right here. They're not going to get that. Six inches short. Stupid play calling. What did I tell you? Stupid play calling. Lynn says, sorry I'm late, but I'm back, baby. Let's go Texans. Well, what did I tell you guys? One of the main things that the Texans have problems with is stupid play calls. They forget what works. They try to go to something else. It doesn't work. And then they pay for it. But they keep calling it. They keep calling it over and over again. It doesn't work. I don't want to say retards, but sometimes it feels that way. Let's take a look at the Rockets game right quick while we're waiting to get back to the Colts. Second quarter, 30-21 Rockets. Freaking offensive play calling. Absolutely terrible. Jazz with the ball. Get in the lane. Turnaround jump shot is good. 30-23, 7-point lead for the Rockets. They have been letting the Jazz get back in it since the start of the second quarter. Thompson with the ball at the top. Wide open. Shoot that. He goes in the lane, gets a closer shot, and misses it. Should have shot it at the foul line, man. That's an easy shot. He's fouled after he gets the rebound. Rockets ball with 14 seconds on the shot clock. I get really irked with the offensive play calls by the Texans sometimes. Thompson goes to the line. First free throw is knocked down, 31-23. Second and 1 earlier. Second down and 1. All they had to do was the push. They didn't. They actually lost about half a yard on that play. It became 3rd and 1. Then they decided to do the push. Don't get it 2 plays in a row. Travel called against the Jazz. It'll be a turnover. 10:58 left in the second. Rockets up by 8, 31-23. Thompson did miss his second free throw. Let's get back over to the Texans game here. 1st and 10, Colts. Handoff up the middle, Jonathan Taylor, and he picks up a nice, huge chunk all the way down for a first down. Carries the pile, but there's a flag. Looks like it's going to be against the Colts. Oh my gosh. Everybody was pointing to the Colts, but that was called as illegal hands to the face by the Texans. Good job, guys. That's definitely what we need. We need the defense. Today is opposite world, or this half is opposite world. Defense doing what the offense normally does. 1st and 10 at their 33-yard line. The Colts have the ball. Another handoff to Taylor right up the middle. He gets taken down immediately for about a 1 or 2 yard gain. 2nd and 8. 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. This is pretty messed up. The Texans could have at least had a 7-point lead. But after terrible play calling, they're sitting on a 4-point lead with 4 minutes left. 2nd and 8. Jones in the shotgun with Taylor behind him. Looks like he's going to throw it. Goes downfield. It's complete for a first down all the way into Texans territory down to the 41-yard line. The announcer said he took a big hit. He got bumped. The guy held up. That was not a big hit. 1st and 10, Colts. Here's a snap. They crowd the line. Taylor bounces out, and he's going to get a first down. Nonsense. I'm telling you, we can't win the game without this defense. Unless they're going to let them score really fast. If they let them score really fast, then maybe the Texans will have enough time to get down the field and win the game. But you know, if the Colts had kicked that field goal earlier, like they should have, they would be down by 1 point. And that's all they would need is a field goal to take the lead. Don't poo-poo the field goals, you know. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff right up the middle. Jonathan Taylor taken down to the ground for no gain, and his cleat comes off. Well, they're calling it a 1 yard gain. 2nd and 9. Second and 9. 2 minutes to go. And they're going to let the clock go down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in this game. This is the most important stop of the game for the Texans defense right now. The Colts have the ball at the 31-yard line. Crazy. Let's switch over and take a look at the Rockets. Rockets up 42-31 with 8 minutes to play. Finally starting to tack on some more points. 11-point lead. Let's see if I can get some stats on the Rockets game here. I want to see who the leaders, the scoring leaders are for the Rockets right now. All right. So Shingun is leading the Rockets right now with 10 points. Durant has 7. Jabari Smith has 6. Shepard has 5. Holiday with 6. Okogie with 3. Adams with 2. Thompson with 3. Capella is the only one on the team who's been in the game but hasn't scored any points. It looks like Capella hasn't, he's played 4 minutes only, but he hasn't done anything. No rebounds, no steals, nothing. Rockets have 7 turnovers. Jazz have 9. 16 rebounds for the Rockets, 13 for the Jazz. Field goal percentage for the Rockets is 42%. I'm sorry, 54%. Nice. For the Jazz, shooting 42%. All right. Now let's get back to the Texans game. Come on, defense. 2nd and 9. Taylor in the backfield next to Jones. Looks like Jones is going to try to pass it. He does down the middle. Bad pass, sailed over his head. Pierce was there, but the pass went out of bounds. Third and 9. 2 more stops right here. They've got to go for it. It's 4th down territory, you know. 1:55 left in the game. Come on, Texans D. Come on, baby. They rush. They throw it over to the left or right side, and he fumbles the ball. Texans have it. Texans have it. That was a catch and then a fumble. They're trying to say that it's incomplete, but I think that's a completion. Let's take a look at it. Downs grabs it. Come on, that was a catch. They say he never completed the process of a catch. He had it. He took a couple of steps, and then whenever he slipped, he dropped it. They're going to say it is an incomplete pass. It's 4th and 9. Come on. Come on, Texans. Let's do this. Got to stop them. Timeout call by the Texans. Phew. Man, talk about a nail biter. Brendan says the Rockets are hot from 3 today. Come on, let's take out these Colts. Texans defense for the win, baby. Come on, 4th and 9. Jones in the shotgun. Taylor in the backfield. Here's the snap. Throws it on the right side. It goes sailing. It's incomplete. No flag. Deflected off the receiver's hands. Check this out. How do you like this? 4th down. They lose the ball on downs. The Texans with the ball. 1:45 left. Colts have all their timeouts. Texans got to move this ball. Got to move this ball a little bit. Get them to burn those timeouts. Whew. Man, what a nerve-wracking game. Let me take a look at the Rockets game here. Rockets, whoa. 48-33. They got a 15-point lead right now. I'll be switching over momentarily as soon as the Texans game is over. I'm not going to be doing a game recap at the end of this game. I'm just going to jump right over as quick as I can to the Rockets live stream. So for those of you who are interested in hearing my thoughts about the Texans game after the game is over, you can join me on the Rockets live stream. Jazz trying to work for a shot right now, and it's stolen by Adams. Jabari Smith goes down the court. 1-on-2, and he's got the layup. 50-33 with 5.5 left. Rockets are going crazy. Another steal by Smith. Durant for a jump shot. 2 more points. Man, the Rockets are just eating the Jazz's lunch right now. They're up by 19. Wow. Jazz miss it. Durant with the rebound. Goes down to the other side of the court. He's got Shepard for 3. Knock it down, baby. Oh, I missed it. Adams with the rebound. Inside to Thompson. Back out to Durant for 3. Durant knocks it down. Holy cow. Rockets up by 22 points. Rockets are destroying the Jazz. They were up by 15 just a moment ago, and now they're up by 22. What a game. What a game. What a game. What a game. All right. Texans with the ball. 1:45 left. First play is a handoff right up the middle. Marks has stood up, gets maybe 1 or 2 yards, a long one. 2nd down immediately. The Colts call timeout. Come on, don't just run it up the middle. You got to actually try to get that first down. Don't kick the ball away. (20-16). 2nd and 9. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Texans needing to get a first down and make the Colts burn up their last timeouts. Colts have 2 more. Texans in the huddle right now. Come on now. All right. Marks in the backfield. Stroud under center. He hands it off to Marks. Marks goes up the middle. He's going to have the first down. Oh my gosh. He runs into his own man and then he dives forward for the first down. How about that? Look at this. Hit his own guy and kept going and going and going and just barely get that first down. Marks, you're freaking awesome. 2nd timeout called by the Colts. Excuse me. Getting down to the wire, guys. We are 1 minute and 34 seconds from beating the Colts. By the way, that link in the chat, that's my Rockets. My Rockets link. That's where I will be as soon as the Texans game is over. Stroud under center, Marks in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Marks again. This time he picks up about 5. No, 4, I'm sorry. Final timeout for the Colts. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. 2nd and 6. This game should be in the bag right now. Second and 6. Texans with 2 timeouts. Colts with none. 1.5 minutes. Marks up the middle. Picks up about 2 yards. Ball's at the Texans' own 48-yard line. 3rd and 4. Clock is ticking down. Down to 1 minute. 15 seconds on the play clock. They're going to line up. They're going to let it go down as far as it will go. I don't even think they're going to line up. I think they're just going to take the delay of game. Or are they going to call a timeout? No, delay of game. No, he does. He does take the timeout. Okay. So it's going to be 44 seconds left. 3rd and 5. Whew. Get down to the wire. Wow, Carolina is beating the Rams 31-28 right now with just a couple minutes left in the game. All right, 45 seconds left. Clock's running. Marks grabs it, goes to the right side, nothing doing. I think the game is over. The time clock and the play clock are basically the same, but the play clock is just a little faster. I think that's the game. Stroud takes off his helmet. The Texans are going to win this game 20-16. They do just enough to be able to run the clock out, and the crowd is still booing now. 4 wins in a row for the Texans. The defense holds right when it matters most. And that's it. That's the final. Our Houston Texans win this game against the Colts 20-16. Right now, the Texans are at the top of the wild card hunt, or in the hunt for the wild card, with a 7-5 record. Kansas City is 6-6, same as Baltimore. Ravens are at 4-7. What a game. What a game. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for the support. I'm going to jump over to the Rockets game. The link is in the live chat. If you are interested in following that Rockets game, I'll see you there in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and jump over there right now. I got to make this full screen. There we go. It's almost halftime. But we're going to go ahead and jump over there. And I'll see you there in just a minute. Go Texans. Big win today. Big freaking win today. Right now, let's swamp over to another H-Town team who's on the road. And I'll see you guys there. All right, thank you so much. Let's go Texans. Hey everyone, how do you like